So, back on hypermobility. It's 11 o'clock. I can't sleep. I just been prescribed gabapentin, which has helped with the nerve pain. That's not quite enough. And I've had a couple joints lock up on me, and I have arthritis gloves because my hands hurt so bad. Some days I can't open jars, and I think it's just joint hypermobile joints. I think it's Ehlers-Danlos, which is basically the same thing. Just because I haven't had hernias or any kind of muscle separation, except for when I was pregnant. I had muscle separation in my abdomen. They think nothing else is wrong. But I'm feeling other things happening and changing. And like, what is the real difference between the two? There isn't much of anything. Sorry, my jaw just locked there. There isn't much of a difference between classic Ehlers-Danlos. There's a big difference because it hits your vascular system a lot differently, and then there's a whole vascular Ehlers-Danlos, which is way worse because there's many horrible things that can happen with people with vascular, and I know that's a very... Anyway, I went to sleep. And, what was I saying? I'm in a bit of fog, too, so it's not helping. Jeez, look, I was punched. Anyway, I was saying, some of us are lucky and some of us aren't. And it's interesting that we're called zebras because there's so many of us out there and people just don't know. I'm going on my finger, straightening it. Ew. And my arm was going numb. Ow. Like, joints going numb. Whole limbs going numb. Muscles and nerves getting pinched. Bones shifting out of place. Like, they say there's nothing they can do. It's all up to us to figure it out. Whereas some places have teams to help, and other places, you know, they actually like properly collaborate and come up with a proper treatment plan for their conditions. Why doesn't Canada have that? Why don't some of the states have that? I've heard from other places like Australia and the UK from a few people. They do have teams. They all collaborate. Why are we behind? Why are we the ones suffering when we're supposed to have better health care than a lot of places? Like, people in the States, they have to pay. I understand why they don't have teams, because they have to pay for everything, and it's a lot of frickin' money. But why don't they have better healthcare set up? Why can't they help the people in their countries? Why do people like us that have weird conditions that don't know how to live, don't know how to do things, can't function because our systems are turning on us. Like, we are becoming, some of us are becoming disabled. Some of us are physically incapable of continuing. How to be alive because we can't physically do anything anymore. I can't lift my kids for a long period of time. My shoulders slide out. That's extremely frustrating. I can't carry groceries in without help anymore because my shoulders will go and my arm will twist out of place because now my elbow's starting to twist out. Like, there's nothing, and there's nothing that anyone can do. So is that going to leave everyone who has this condition to sort of just not basically live? Is that what the government is going to do? Is that what healthcare providers are going to do? I think it's BS. And I think it's all because nobody understands what this condition really is. And I think it's many conditions combined into one. And nobody's figuring that out or giving it a different name or a proper name, because there's a lot of people who have POTS. And I'm not sure if I'm one. But there's a lot of people who have POTS, which is postural orthostatic tachycardic syndrome. And that is really not horrible unless you're a severe case, but it is a very annoying thing to deal with because you go from laying down to standing up and you get dizzy. Some people get so dizzy they get nauseous and they have to sit back down and they can't move. I always choose to do these at 11 o'clock at night. I don't know. But anyway, my point is more awareness has to be out there for people who have these kinds of conditions. There isn't enough help. There just isn't. And it makes everyone lonely in this. It's sort of sad that we're getting left behind. No one seems to get that. Anyway. Try another one. Hopefully it will be shorter. Sorry for the long ones. Lots of thoughts.